Lopez. I'm a United States Marine stationed out at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina.
All right. Could you give us a brief bio on yourself, on your time in the Marine Corps?
My time in the Marine Corps. I guess to put it short, experience. Throughout the 4.5 years I've been in the Marine Corps, pretty much the main thing I've gained is experience. Either that being in management, either that being as since I'm an NCO, manage the Marines below me, and then either from management to technical skill proficiency, so my MLS training.
So in this portion of the video right here, I was on a ship and had the opportunity to look at Osprey land as the sun was setting down. And in this portion, I was working on an exercise in mainland Japan, the JGSDF, which is the Japanese Ground Self-Defense Forces, and they showed us the type of music their culture listens to. Alright, so I know you went on deployment last year on B-Surf. If you please explain your experience on it and what B-Surf encompassed.
Well, B-Surf is the Black Sea Rotational Force. If y'all who are watching this don't know what that is, it's a rotational force that goes out to the Balkans, that being mainly Romania and Bulgaria. So while out there, did a lot of building relationships with international partners that the U.S. is partners with, specifically NATO partners. So got to experience other cultures, specifically Romanians and Bulgarians. So it gives a little bit of perspective on how big the world actually is. And not only were we responsible for operating throughout the Balkans, we also went up to Norway. We also went above the Arctic Circle, where we were trained by British commandos. So another NATO partner that we got to experience and trade camaraderie with. So pretty much, I guess the main key takeaway I got from the deployment was that America isn't on its own. We have other foreign nations that are our allies, and there's more to experience than just the U.S. So if it wasn't for the Marine Corps, me being able to take advantage of this experience, I wouldn't have witnessed all those deep cultural things that I got to experience while on deployment.
This was an opportunity I had on my second deployment while I was in Norway. I was able to see one of the cathedrals, which was an amazing experience. And during my second deployment, I was able to see different countries. One of the countries I also saw was Lithuania, and here's one of the concerts that happened in the main town square. This experience was amazing because they were trying to break the Guinness World Record doing a Greek folktale dance. So while on deployment, the USO usually partners with different bases across the world, and they bring famous people to come along. We had the opportunity to see a former Ranger, Army Ranger, who is now a UFC fighter, Shaggy, who's a voice for Scooby-Doo, and a famous country singer, a former LA basketball player, also one of the actors in the movie, one of Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, I forget what it was, Terminator 2. And during deployment, Marines and sailors are afforded the opportunity to go out in the community and build a relationship between them. So, Corporal Lopez, you were one of the first Marines to go do Arctic training up in Norway with the British Royal Marines. How was that experience, and what was so different about that training evolution from other training operations that happen that the Marine Corps offers?
Well, as a Marine, we've been, stationed all over the world. However, being one of the few Marines to participate in cold weather training above the Arctic Circle, I can definitely tell you what separates it from everything else is probably the cold. As Marines, we are trained to adapt and overcome, and that's what we had to do in Norway. It was really cold. We had gear that was issued to the Marines in like the 50s that we had to use. We were pretty much the guinea pigs, but that just goes to show how strong the Marine Corps foundation is, the brotherhood that's able to overcome such challenges even with obsolete gear. in the hopes that one day we will be able to increase the durability of that gear through our trials. And the reason why we do this is because we have adversaries that are also training in these types of conditions. So as America's Finest, we are training to overcome any adversary that we may come across in the future.
Okay, so what occurred throughout some of this training while you were out there? Like, specifically, what kind of stuff did you do while you were there?
Well, it was mainly, we were there specifically to do an exercise. However, before the exercise, we did cold weather training, which we were taught by the British Royal Marines. So it kind of brings up what I said earlier about experiencing new cultures, even though the Brits are technically our mothers in a way, after the American Revolution, all that goodness. But getting to experience their culture and their military, seeing how their doctrine is good, building bridges and allies in a very troubling world that we live in nowadays.
Did you have to live out there while you're out there and such as that, or did you have to do more than just live out there as well?
We did live out there, and since it's such a harsh environment, we had to go so far as building essentially igloos, but we called them quincies. So essentially, we
Earlier stated from Corporal Lopez, this was also another experience we had to do in Norway, which was a polar plunge. And basically what this is just in case you do fall within the ice, you have to learn how to get out of there by yourself, just in case there's no one there to help assist you. And this was just one of the many things we learned during our Arctic training survival guide.
Hey kid, do I have your attention? I know the way you've been living. Life's so reckless, tragedy endless. Welcome to the family. Hey, there's something missing. Only time will alter your vision. Never in question, lethal injection. Welcome to the family. Not long